Learn along with me. Hey guys, my name is Ritu Sachdev. Sliders can add beauty to your website. In my last tutorial, I have discussed a lot about cycle plugin in JQuery. In this tutorial, I'm gonna discuss advanced version of that plugin Cycle 2. With the help of Cycle 2 plugin, you can give beautiful transition effect and animations to your sliders. Before going into action, I want to preview at a glance the sliders which we are going to code today. See, the first slider is having shuffle effect. The every next image comes with this shuffle effect. And when I scroll down, I have another slider which is having tile effect, transition tile. The every next image is having some different tile effect. And when I scroll down, you see my third slider is having two links, previous and next. When I click on the next link, I have next image with some transition effect. When I click on next, I have another image. When I click on previous, I have the previous image, and likewise. And one more thing guys, I'm gonna show you how you can make this slider as a responsive slider. See, when I collapse my browser's window, all the sliders are behaving responsive. So let's get started. Here I have opened up Cycle plugin website. You can see jquery.malsub.com/cycle. This is the plugin which I have discussed in my last tutorial. You can see zoom effect, fade effect, turn down effect, and curtain X effect. These are the four effects which I have discussed in my last tutorial. If you have missed watching that tutorial, you can simply go to my channel. In the playlist tab, you can find jQuery plugins. Inside this will find a video, easy amazing sliders using jQuery cycle plugin. In this tutorial, I have also told you that I will be discussing this shuffle effect in the Cycle 2 plugin. You can see we have a link for Cycle 2 here. Check out Cycle 2, the latest in the Cycle line of slideshows. So let's discuss today Cycle 2 plugin, the amazing effects it gives us. So let's click on Cycle 2. Now the URL address of plugin is jquery.malsub.com/cycle2. And these are the various effects you can give to your images in your sliders. The next image comes with the animated effect. And you can also notice we have 4 links here: download, demos, API, fake. So let's download the main Cycle 2 plugin file first. So simply I will click on download. Now again I have 2 links here. You can see production version is having file size as 19 KB and the development version is having 42 KB. But I will go with the development version, as production version is only understood by machinery language. You can see this is the minified version. And when you talk about development version, it's human understandable. We can also edit this file. Simply this is the jquery.cycle2.js instead of minified version. Now one more thing guys, you can also use this address as CDN, Content Delivery Network. But right now I will prefer to save this file in my local folder. So right click, save as. So this is my local folder. Let me save it here. Now let me show you my local folder also. See, this is my local folder. These are the 4 images I will be working on, and this is the file which we have recently saved. the main plugin file for the cycle 2, and this is the HTML document on which we are working. So let us go to our code editor and link up this jQuery cycle 2 file. So here I am on my code editor. I have already linked up latest and compiled minified version of jQuery, which you can easily get from jQuery.com or any other preferable source. Now I will link up this plugin file. So again, script tag src. So let me browse the file. Let me again go to my local folder. Here we go, and this is the file. Let's close this script tag. Now you see cycle 2 plugin is linked up now with this document. Now let's go to our plugin website again. So let me hit back here one more time. Here we go. As we have already downloaded this plugin, now we will go to demos section. Here we go. This is the transition shuffle effect. Again we have on the cycle 2. So let's click on this. And this is the shuffle effect which we will be having in our slider. So they have also linked up this minified version of jQuery, and this is the cycle 2 plugin which we have also linked up in our document, and they have also linked up this shuffle.js. You can see here we have note cycle 2 shuffle transition plugin must be included in order to use the shuffle effect. See the download page. Either I can go to the download page. Here we go again. When I scroll down, these are the files which is required for the various effects. This is the file which we require for shuffle effect. Either I can download the file or I can also use the CDN. And again I am provided production link and the development and the demo. So let's download this file. Here we go. Again I can use the CDN or simply I can make it save in our local folder. So this is cycle2.shuffle saved up in my local folder. So let's save it up here. Now we need to link up this file here. So script tag src source. So let's browse the file. Here we go. Let's close this script tag. Now to proceed further, let's browse the slider images on which we can give this transition shuffle effect. So again I'm on my code editor. In the body of document, let's have a div. Let's close this div one by one very quickly. Let's add the image. So this is my first image. All the images are having name of 1, 2, 3, 4. Simply 1.jpg. You can also go for the alt tag, but right now I'm leaving blank. Simply I will copy this, paste it for 3 more times. Now the second image is 2.jpg. The third image is 3.jpg and the fourth 4.jpg. Now let's again go to plugin website to proceed further. To the div, there is a class of cycle-slideshow and some data attribute is there. So let's copy this chunk of code and let's paste it here and replace this div with this code. Here we go. data hyphen cycle hyphen fx is equals to shuffle is responsible for this shuffle effect. Now let's save up this document and let's see the browser preview. Here we go. See, we have a shuffle effect. But to make it visible more clearly, let's give some CSS rule. Let's have this slider in the center of document. So in the head section, let's have a style tag. To this div, I will give the maximum width as 1000 pixels, and to centralize it, I will give margin as auto. So let's preview this document. See, a nice shuffle effect we can see here. And notice guys, we are using max width as 1000 pixels. It means the maximum width is 1000 pixels. We are not bounding it for the minimum. To make this slider responsive, I am using max width. See, when I collapse my browser window, this slider is not behaving responsive. But once we have given this max width as 1000 pixels, and I will add one more rule here. I will add a class responsive, which is having width of 100%. Now to the every image, I will apply this class. Class is equals to responsive. Let's copy this and paste it in all of the images. Let's save it up. And when I will reload my page, collapse my browser window, this slider is behaving responsive. As we have given max width property to our div, and to the images we are saying to have the width of 100%. If you want to know more about this max width and min width concept, you can watch my earlier tutorial. Here on my channel in the playlist tab, you will find a playlist Web Development with CSS3. Inside this, you will find a video concept of max width, max height and min height. Once we have applied the shuffle effect, same way you can go for the rest of other option, easing, displacement, reverse. Just you have to copy and paste the chunk of code they are giving you and read the code. If any plugin file is needed, easily that is available on the download page. Now I would like to discuss this transition tile effect. So let's click on this transition tile. So here we are on the demo for the tile effect. See, when I click on next, I have tile effect. Having this links previous or next is totally in your hands. I will also show you how you can have this links. And you see every image comes with some tile effect. So let's discuss this transition tile. Notice guys, Cycle 2's tile transition plugin must be included in order to use the effects. Again, we have to download the file related to this tile effect from the main download page. Here we go. When I scroll down, here we have the plugin file. Or simply, I can use this CDN file. To be quick, I'm copy and pasting up the CDN for this file. So let me paste up here. See, this is the CDN http://malsub.github.io/jQuery.cycle2.tile.js. So let's save it up. See, this tile effect file is added. This is a remote file and cannot be edited as we are using the CDN. It means somewhere this source code is kept on the server and we are using this file. So let's proceed further. Simply we have to replace this data attributes div class cycle hyphen slideshow. This is what already we have here. Let's remove this shuffle from here and instead data hyphen cycle fx is equals to tile slide. So let's copy it and let's paste it here. So this will give us tile slide effect. So let's save it up and let's preview. Here we go. See, we have a beautiful tile effect. This is a tile slide effect we are having. Now let's go for tile blind effect. Again, simply just we have to replace this code. Instead of tile slide, copy and replace the code with tile blind. Let's reload this page. See, we have this tile blind effect now. Now let's scroll down. Same way we can have the horizontal effect. To have this horizontal effect, we have to make the vertical state as false. You see, we have this horizontal effect. So let's copy this and obviously we need to have data hyphen cycle fx is equals to tile blind. This is what we already have. Now the next we want to have vertical as false. So let's save it up and let's reload. Here we go. Let's scroll down. Okay, so we can also control the tile count. Here tile count is 15. That is, it will break in 15 parts. Let's copy this tile count is equals to 15. We already have tile slide and the vertical as false. We have tile blind here. Let's do it with blind itself and let's have tile count is equals to 15. Let's save it up and let's reload. This must be the 15 pieces. Let's change the number to only 4 to see the change. Let's save it up and let's refresh. See, the number of count is reduced to 4 now. So simply you can change the number you want. See, again it should be in 15 now. Okay, so let's have now per slide tile effects. Every slide is having some different effect here. When I click next, every image comes with different transition effect. So just to the every image you have to apply this data attribute. So let's remove this data attribute from here. Let's only have the div class slideshow. See, this data hyphen cycle timeout is equals to 0. and next, previous. All these are responsible to have this previous and next links, which I will show you little later how we can have this links once if you want to have this in your slider. So let's copy this chunk of code in the first line and paste it in our first image. So we are having data hyphen cycle tile hyphen vertical is equals to false. So we will be having horizontal effect as we have already seen. See, when the vertical is false, we have this horizontal effect. Now let's copy this second line, paste it here. See, we have a tile blind effect with the count 12 here. Let's go for the third image. Let's paste it here. Here we have a tile slide effect with the count is equals to 4. Now let's copy the fourth, last but not the least. So copy it, paste it on my fourth image. This is saying tile blind effect and the vertical is false. So let's save it up and let's refresh. See, here we go. The next image comes with different transition effect for all of the images. Now let's try to have this previous or next link if once we want to control our slider with this links. Since the beginning of this, all of these effects, we have this code here, data hyphen cycle hyphen timeout is equals to 0. Data hyphen cycle hyphen next is equals to this time hash next one ID is targeted, and for the previous link hash previous one ID is targeted, and for the next effect we have this next to prev 2. Why this is so? As you might be aware with this rule, one ID can be used for only one time in a single document. So again and again they are changing the ID as next 1, next 2, next 3, next 4, next 5 likewise. So let's copy this and paste it in our document. Like them, we are not having more than one slider in a single page. So simply I will give the ID as next and prev. And now I will paste up something here after the all of the images and this div. I will paste another div to which I am having inline style text align center. This is the link previous to which I am applying some ID prev which is targeted in the data attribute. Same way ID is equals to next. This ID is targeted again in this data attribute. So let's save it up and let's refresh. We have got our previous and next link here, and this is the text I am mentioning here as slideshow. You can also mention something else you wish, right? And now when I will click on this next link, I have the next image with the transition effect mentioned in the source code. So it's totally your preference to have this previous or next link. But once if you wish to have, you have to follow this procedure. And again this slider is also a responsive. As we still have this class responsive here and the Width of this div is max width is 1000 pixels. So this is done, friends, and if you like this video of mine, do thumb it up. Do not forget to subscribe me, and if you want to learn these subjects directly from me, do contact me. Have a good day. Bye bye.